Success isn't random. It's built day by day through consistent routines and intentional habits. When you look closely at the lives of highly successful people, you start to notice patterns, how they start their mornings, structure their work, and wind down in the evening. These routines aren't just productivity hacks. They're systems designed to support focus, growth, and long-term resilience. Today we'll break down those patterns, showing how they work and how you can apply them to build a stronger, more focused version of yourself. Waking up early and why it works. One of the most consistent habits among highly successful people is waking up early, often between 4:30 and 6 o'clock a.m. This isn't about some magical hour. It's about what early rising creates. Uninterrupted time, a clear head, and a sense of control before the world starts demanding your attention. Early mornings offer a kind of mental stillness that's hard to find later in the day. There are no emails to answer, no meetings to attend, and no distractions from other people's agendas. It's the perfect time for what psychologists call high-agency activities, things you choose to do purely for yourself, like reading, writing, thinking, or exercising. People like Tim Cook, Oprah Winfrey, and Richard Branson all swear by their early routines. And they're not just jumping out of bed to work more. They're using this time to prime their minds and bodies. Exercise, journaling, planning the day, or simply sitting in silence with a cup of coffee. These aren't chores. They're rituals that set the tone for everything that follows. The key takeaway isn't just to wake up early, but to own your mornings. If the first hour of your day belongs to you, not your phone, your inbox, or your job, you've already won something powerful. Even just 30 minutes of focused calm can shift your entire day from reactive to intentional. Morning mindset, meditation, journaling, silence. Before diving into tasks, highly successful people often dedicate time to getting their mind in the right place. This isn't just about motivation. It's about mental clarity and emotional control. Practices like meditation, journaling, and even a few minutes of quiet reflection help center the mind before the chaos of the day begins. Meditation, even for just 10 minutes, has been shown to reduce stress, improve focus, and boost emotional regulation. It's no surprise that people like Ray Dalio and Arianna Huffington prioritize it every morning. It gives them a way to start the day from a place of calm rather than chaos. Journaling is another key tool. Whether it's jotting down thoughts, planning intentions, or listing things they're grateful for, successful individuals use journaling to process their emotions and set a clear direction. It's not just about writing. It's about aligning your internal world before facing the external one. And sometimes, the most powerful part of a morning is simply silence. No phone, no music, no scrolling. Just stillness. That pause can create space for new ideas, self-awareness, or simply peace. What all these habits have in common is intentionality. They're not about doing more. They're about being clear, grounded, and prepared. When your mindset is strong, your actions follow. And that's the real power of a well-crafted morning routine. Focused deep work hours. Highly successful people know that not all hours are created equal. They guard their most productive hours and use them for deep, focused work, the kind of work that moves the needle. This means blocking out distractions, ignoring emails, and creating space for undisturbed concentration. Cal Newport, who popularized the term deep work, defines it as the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. It's a skill that's becoming rare and extremely valuable. People like Bill Gates and Elon Musk structure parts of their day around this principle, carving out time when their minds are sharpest to do their most meaningful thinking and problem solving. This deep work time often happens in the morning, but the key is knowing your personal peak. For some, it's mid-morning. For others, early afternoon. Once you find that window, defend it. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and let people know you're unavailable. Even just 2-3 hours of uninterrupted work each day can produce more than 8 hours of scattered multitasking. That's the difference between being busy and being effective. Deep work isn't just about productivity. It's about respecting your time and potential. By focusing fully on what matters, successful people create results that compound over time. Intentional breaks and recharging routines. It might seem like successful people are always working, but in reality, they're just highly strategic about when they don't. Intentional breaks are a non-negotiable part of their routine, not because they're lazy, but because they understand the brain isn't built for endless output. High performers take breaks to recharge before they burn out. This can mean a quick walk, a power nap, a short workout, or even just stepping away from the screen for 10 minutes of breathing space. These aren't wasted moments. They're energy investments. Take Jeff Bezos, for example. He's known for his puttering time in the mornings. Slow, unscheduled time where ideas can flow naturally. Or consider Steve Jobs, who often took long walks to think through complex problems. It's not about doing nothing. It's about stepping away so your brain can do its quiet work behind the scenes. Science backs this up. Studies show that regular breaks improve creativity, memory, and overall performance. Our minds operate in cycles, and pushing through fatigue usually leads to diminishing returns. So, instead of powering through your to-do list, start asking yourself, when is the best time to pause? Your ability to recharge is directly tied to your ability to perform. Successful people don't just work harder, they recover smarter. Daily learning, reading, podcasts, mentors. If there's one thing successful people never stop doing, it's learning. No matter how busy they are, they carve out time each day to feed their minds. Through books, podcasts, conversations, or mentorship. It's not about collecting facts. It's about staying curious, adaptable, and sharp. Warren Buffett reportedly spends about 80% of his day reading. Bill Gates carries a tote bag filled with books wherever he goes. Even with packed schedules, they make learning a daily non-negotiable. Because they understand, the more you learn, the more you earn. Not just in money, but in clarity, insight, and confidence. But learning doesn't always mean sitting down with a thick book. Many successful people listen to podcasts during commutes or workouts. Others schedule regular calls with mentors or peers who challenge their thinking. Some even rewatch key lectures or interviews that inspired them years ago. The key is consistency. 20-30 minutes a day compounds quickly. Over a year, that's hundreds of hours of growth. Ask yourself, what did I learn today that I didn't know yesterday? If you can answer that question daily, you're on the same track as the world's top performers. Success isn't just about doing, it's about growing. And growth requires input. Evening reflection and planning tomorrow. While mornings set the tone, evenings close the loop. Successful people don't just crash into bed after a long day. They take time to reflect, reset, and prepare. This intentional evening routine helps them process what went right, what could improve, and how to step into tomorrow with clarity. Reflection doesn't have to be complicated. It could be as simple as asking, what did I accomplish today? Or, what drained my energy? Some write in a journal. Others just take a few quiet minutes to mentally rewind their day. It's a powerful way to track progress and catch patterns, both good and bad. Equally important is planning the next day. Rather than waking up to chaos or a flood of decisions, successful people end their day with a rough outline for the next. They identify top priorities, block time for key tasks, and reduce decision fatigue in advance. That way, they hit the ground running, rather than spending their precious morning energy deciding what to do first. This ritual also signals the brain that the day is done. It creates closure and peace, making it easier to rest deeply. And restful sleep? That's the real foundation of any productive day. Success isn't just built in the hustle, it's also built in the pause. Evenings are when high achievers gain insight, recharge, and quietly set the stage for tomorrow's wins. Success doesn't come from luck, it comes from structure. The daily routines of highly successful people aren't about perfection. They're about consistency, clarity, and intentional living. From early mornings to quiet reflections at night, each habit serves a purpose: to protect their focus, energy, and growth. You don't need to copy every step. Start small. Choose one habit that resonates and build from there. The goal isn't to become someone else. It's to become the most effective version of you. If this video inspired you, give it a like, share your favorite habit in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights.